It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You're still right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And of course, my friend, we're getting into all kinds of conversations. But here's one that's super important for you because you need to know which medical scheme you need to be with, okay? I know who I'm with. Yes, it is Bonitas. And my friend, today we can definitely say that so many medical schemes are under pressure at this time of the year. But not Bonitas, no. They are the ones who have got the strategy. They are the ones who have got a whole lot of financial plans that work exactly for you. And of course, they do their research in terms of understanding who exactly it is that they are indeed getting to have that best financial help when it comes to your medical schemes. So I am here to chat to the Principal Officer, Callakoppen, who is here to let us in on the financial results of Bonitas at the moment and what exactly it is their strategy that is going to be employed going forward. I can't wait for us to get into this because, like I said, you need to know about it. Everyone, let's give him a feel-good welcome. It's Callakoppen. Lee, how are you?
Morning, Zanele. Thanks for having me back.
Of course. I feel like this is your home now, Lee.
It feels like it.
Right? But Lee, earlier on I did say that a lot of people, particularly medical schemes, find themselves under pressure at this time of the year. But not Bonitas, because you guys just released your 2024 financial results. Let's talk about them a little bit because they're looking impressive. How exactly do you sum up the year when you look at them?
Zanele, it's been a stellar performance for us under very tough economic conditions. We've seen it through our membership growth last year.
Yes.
We've also seen very good, solid investment returns, almost doubling on the previous year. But more so, it's so pleasing for us to have the funds available to deploy to doing what we need to do.
Yes.
And that's making healthcare affordable and paying for healthcare claims for our members when they need it.
I love that. And I've been in need, Mnali, and you have provided, which I'm very grateful for. But Lee, let's talk a little bit about the numbers particularly, because apparently they're looking record-breaking in terms of what exactly has been happening. I mean, you just mentioned a little bit about doubling here and there, which is amazing. But what are the key financial highlights, when you really kind of look at them, and what exactly should they matter when it comes to it?
Well, let's start with the last bit of your question. Why should it matter? Now, very few people know that a medical aid is actually not-for-profit. It belongs to the members. So all the funds that is contributed monthly actually goes towards catering for the healthcare expenses.
Yes.
Right? So talking about the numbers, we've seen some stellar membership growth year on year for the last 5 years. So members are attracted to our scheme, probably based on the benefits provided as well as the actual cost for the contributions. So we've seen close to about 730,000 beneficiaries now.
Wow.
That's on our scheme. In terms of our investment returns, that is actually deploying the contributions that we've received, investing it, and we've seen close to 13.7% investment return for us.
Beautiful.
And a reserve fund now of over 9 billion rand that is enabling us to cater for future healthcare costs for our members.
That's incredible. Lee, you guys can be so proud because you're really doing such an amazing job. But of course, that they are just the facts of South Africa. Just like you said, the economic climate that we find ourselves in. So many South Africans are under pressure financially. So how is it that Bonitas has found a way to kind of really cater to those people whose finances might be a little bit under pressure, but at the same time, looking at affordability and sustainability and finding that balance?
Sanele, equal to that equation in terms of affordability is actually catering for the cost of healthcare. I mentioned in one of the previous shows in terms of that, the chronic onset of disease. So people are becoming iller and they need to access healthcare, and it's important for us that we provide and enable them to access the healthcare they require at the right cost. At the right contributions. We've been able to keep our contributions fairly in line because keeping in mind that healthcare inflation normally outstrips normal inflation.
Sure.
So we've been able to keep our contributions consistently low so that our members can actually afford the access to the healthcare without compromising access in the quality of care that they require over the last number of years. And this delicate balance that we need to maintain in terms of ensuring that people, pay lower contributions, but the quality of healthcare is not compromised as and when they require to access it.
Beautiful. Yes. I love the fact that, like I said earlier, you guys put your members first, which is incredible. But Lee, talk to me now for the big question. What does this all mean? Particularly for the average member, someone who's sitting there that doesn't 100% understand, the doublings and the this and that.
Yeah.
What does it mean?
What does it mean for us is that we've got the funds available based on previous year's performance to cater for healthcare spend. So last year, we spent close to about 17.9 billion rand in paying healthcare claims to the consumer.
Sure.
So nearly our one most expensive claim for last year was 12.6 million rand. Now ask yourself, as an average consumer, would you have 12.6 million rand to pay when you require to have that healthcare excess that needs to be paid?
Lee, I don't have 12.6 million just sitting now, just in general.
100%.
Yes.
So the pooling of the funds and ensuring the scheme is sustainable under the regulatory guidelines enables us to cater for the healthcare expenses for the 730,000 precious lives that we entrusted to cater for. By going and actually negotiating lower cost with healthcare providers, ensuring that they've got the excess when they require it.
I love that. So you guys are our Madiba fighting for us there in the
try our
healthcare
best.
board.
We are very privileged to be entrusted with South Africans' healthcare needs. And we encourage people to join us.
We appreciate that, Lee. And, just as we wrap up, your final thoughts, what do you want members as well as the public to really take away from, yes, this conversation, but even just like from the results?
Yeah, the key takeout for me is that we cannot compromise access to our healthcare and taking care of our healthcare. It starts, in terms of even if you don't have medical aid, take care of your health, preventative healthcare measures.
Yes.
Basic hygienes that I've spoken about previously. But in terms of key takeout, affordability, in terms of considering what you are purchasing and ensuring that the scheme is sustainable, that they're actually able to fund that healthcare when you require it. Those are critical components to consider in choosing your medical aid provider.
Beautiful. Well, I know I'm with the winning team, so I love that for myself, and hopefully we can love it more for our Expresso family because they've now seen the light even more. Thank you, Lee, and congratulations on the amazing results. Well done to you and the team.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
Of
God
course. I can't wait until you're back again.
Definitely.
God bless you too, Lee.
Thank
And Zanti, I told you, I'm already with Bonitas. I don't know about you, but honestly and truly, it is really about finding that medical scheme that works for you. And Bonitas is one that does exactly that. You heard about the really incredible results that came out for 2024. And I do believe it is always just about them putting the members first. And that is you as well as me. And that is why we're able to sit here and celebrate and say thanks to Bonitas, my friend, the medical aid for South Africa, that we are able to find key ways and numbers and ways that really help us to have that best when it comes to healthcare. It's always so good to be with you. And of course, we're celebrating with the Bonitas family, but there's so many other things to celebrate as well right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. You got to make sure you don't go anywhere.
At Bonitas, we've got your back. We make our plans simple, so they're easy to understand. When you need us, Bonitas. Join now.